Hi everybody, my name is Mackenzie Westcott, and my experience in the field started, I want to say in my undergrad years, with my very first field placement. So I went to school for criminal justice, and I have my bachelor's in science for criminal justice. But my internship, I actually ended up working with kids who have severe trauma history, and I found that it was kind of like a passion of mine working with people who needed to go through counseling and needed extra help with that kind of stuff. So I ended up applying for a job at the recommendation of my internship supervisor at the time, who pretty much just said, "Hey, you want a job?" So I applied and accepted the position. And then shortly after my degree was over, I applied for another position in the agency as a case planner in foster care. I worked as a case planner in foster care for another 2 years. I enjoyed it at times and I hated it at times. There's a lot of stuff you see that you can't unsee. And then after that, towards the end of my time there, I was doing my internship for this degree at my field. I was doing it at my place of work, sorry. And I did it in a residential setting because we had foster care and then we had residential. So I did my internship in residential while I worked in foster care. I found that I kind of enjoyed the pace of things a little bit more over in the residential side of things, which is where I started out as a child care worker. And at the end of my internship, I transferred from case planning in foster care to case planning in a residential setting. So I did that for actually a few months. And then actually before I applied for that, I had actually applied outside of the agency for a counseling position for substance abuse. Didn't think I would get it. Didn't think I'd get a call back. Didn't think I'd get an interview. So a few months in, actually the very first day I started over there, I got a call for an interview. So I set up my interview, and I a few weeks later got a call back asking if I could come for a second interview, and they called it a peer interview. So I went for that, and then that was probably in November, and in December I was offered the position. So I accepted the position of a substance abuse counselor, and since then that is the field I've been in. So just a few months in that field. I started there in January. I gave about a month and a half notice at my last job, just so they had time to find somebody, and then I actually did both jobs for a little bit because I stayed on to help train somebody. So I think my biggest opportunity right now is my current place of employment, which is also where I plan on doing my internship again, since it's a different employer and there's different opportunities. They have a mental health program that is just kind of getting up and running, and I would really like to get my foot in the door with that because it's a long-term goal of mine. So once I get my foot in the door with that with my internship, I'm hopeful that it leads to more for my future career. I think my biggest fear is every day I talk to clients, it's like, am I going to say the wrong thing? Am I going to steer them the wrong way? But I just have to remind myself that I'm giving them tools. I'm not making their decisions. So that's what I keep reminding myself, and so far it seems to work. Anyways, I look forward to getting to know the rest of you and watching your videos. Good luck in the course.